Let that Mac fly just like my nigga dope.
Alright, so it's my 21st birthday 3 years ago, so taking it back from the night before. Me and some of the guys, we were supposed to go to the bar or whatever, and it was a Thursday night, and my birthday was obviously the next day, so they ain't let me in the bar because I wasn't 21. Even though my birthday was the next day. No, not the next day. My birthday was in a few hours. So we said, fuck it. You know, let's just slide to my crib, me and my roommate crib. And, you know, just vibe type shit. Get my B-Day the right way. So it's me and some of my Supremacy bros. We just cooling, vibing, whatever. You know, we chilling. My roommate and his girl. Don't mind me, I'm tired as hell, it's late as hell. So we all over, we at my crib, we chilling, we vibing or whatever. And you know, we playing music, dancing and shit, all type of shit. So after it was over, after the little kickback and shit was over, everybody leave or whatever. So our roommate and his girlfriend got in an argument, led to a fight type shit, whatever. Mind you, I had to work the next morning, so I had went to sleep and shit. Well, I tried to go to sleep, but you know, my roommate and his girl, they kept me up and shit. So, you know, they arguing and shit over, I don't remember, but they arguing. The whole time I'm in the room, I'm on my phone, like, you know, like, damn, what the fuck? Like, on some inconsiderate type shit. Like, I'm trying to get some sleep. I gotta be up at 6 in the morning and shit. So, you know, they arguing and shit. So I'm up, I'm scrolling on my phone and shit, type shit. So, mind y'all, so me and my roommate and our roommate and his girl, they always, you know, they ain't had the best relationship. You know, they always got into it and, you know, was fighting and shit. And, well, me and my roommate, on the other hand, it's kind of the same thing. Like, we always was, you know, into it and fighting and shit, type shit, arguing and all that other goof ass shit. So, next morning, I called off work because I couldn't get no sleep or whatever, because my roommate and his girlfriend kept me up. And mind y'all, this was after, you know, my little B-Day kickback and shit. So mind y'all, they fighting, it's already like 3, 4 in the morning type shit. So while I'm still up, they arguing and shit. I'm supposed to be getting, you know, some sleep and shit. I'm gotta be up in like 2 hours and shit. But they arguing and shit, so I like stayed up to like 5, 6 in the morning. So at the time, it was time for me to go to work and shit. I had to call off and make some bullshit ass excuse for me not to come in and work. So mind y'all, it's Friday morning, it's my B-Day or whatever. So so that night, while my roommate and this girl was arguing, I was like hoping somebody, you know, in our apartment building was gonna call the police or something. because I wasn't gonna do it. Like, I ain't want to get no police involved type shit. And I was on some mad at my business type shit. So, I ain't do all that. So, that's the reason why I was like still up. I was just in my head, like, somebody please call the police on these motherfuckers. Please. But ain't nobody do it. I don't know why. They ain't nobody call the police. They was always quick to call the police if we was playing loud music or something. So I was like, yeah, they go call the police in a few, whatever. So, but they didn't. I don't know. Maybe they wasn't home or something. I don't know. But yeah. So later that morning, when I, supposed to be at work. Now, me and my roommate, we got into it, for some dumb shit. For something, I don't know, like, but we got into, like, cause we always got into it, but that day it was just like, nah, like. And so I'm gonna tell y'all, so out of all the times we got into it, like, I think that was the biggest altercation that me and my roommate had. So it got to the point where, like, I had to fucking break our lease and shit type shit. Like, so before I get into that story, man, just my B-Day or whatever. I'm 21 and shit type shit. Supposed to be at work, getting to the money, but, couldn't make it in. I was too tired. Roommates and this girl kept me up all damn morning and shit. So, that was the first time we put our hands on each other type shit. And, like, knowing me, like, I ain't the type of motherfucker, like, to, I don't be fighting, like, especially, like, my bros and shit, like, you supposed to be my so-called bro, like, but you and this bitch, like, trying to fight and trying to box and shit, like. So I'm like, nah, man, this roommate shit ain't gonna work. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I go to the leasing. Actually, before I even get to that story, so after me and bro, we get done, with our little altercation or whatever. I go to my homie crib and shit, and, like, I was explaining to my homie, like, what happened and shit type shit. And so he telling me, like, yeah, bro, just cool over here type shit. You feel me? It's your B-Day. You don't need to be, going through all that shit type shit. So he let me cool at his crib type shit, to calm down and shit. So when I'm at my homie crib, I'm, chopping it up with bro and shit, letting them know, like, what's going on and shit, and telling them, like, yeah, I'm finna break all these type shit. I'm tired of this shit. I can't do this shit no more. I'm ready to live by myself type shit. So I'm telling them all that shit. And so I stayed at his crib for, like, a couple hours or something to calm down type shit. Man, y'all, whole time supposed to be at work type shit, because it's still Friday morning and shit. It's like 10, 11 type shit. So I go over there. I'm chilling, watching TV type shit. So after I calm down, get calm, you know what I'm saying? So I go, to the leasing office to go take care of that business and shit. So, but before I, told him anything, I, let him know what was going on between me and my roommate and shit. Like, yeah, me and my roommate don't got the best relationship. We've been, arguing and shit, fighting and shit for a minute now, and I'm tired. I can't room with nobody, you know what I'm saying, no toxic person like that. So I'm just explaining to the management people, like, yeah, so, man, what I gotta do to get out of here, like, cause my job, it's February, right? February 15th, it's my B-Day. But, so, the lease wasn't over until December of that year, December 2017. So, like, a whole 10 months, like, nah, I couldn't No, I couldn't do not one more day in that motherfucker. No cap. But yeah, so like I'm damn near begging, kissing their ass, like, man, I'll get y'all whatever. Like I'm talking about, look, whatever the fuck I gotta do, just get me out of here. I don't want to be here no more. Like, I'm talking about, like, I can't do this shit no more. I'm telling them, like, man, I can't do this shit no more. Like, before things get any worse, like, I'd rather just go ahead and get out this jam. Like, you feel me? So I'm explaining it to them and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, why? Like, so I had to do all type of shit. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, I'm talking about I had to write letters to the courtrooms and all type of bullshit. I had to email some motherfuckers. I'm like, and on top of, had to pay extra bread. Like, but, you know, I did it. Like, I did whatever the fuck I could to get out that motherfucker. So, what the fuck? So, so while I'm doing all that shit, I'm taking care of all that shit at the leasing office and shit. So, like an hour later, you know what I'm saying, 12 pull up. You feel me? You know, this when shit get, this when shit get scary. So 12 pull up, right? Alright, so, you know, I'm still doing my shit at the leasing office, still taking care, you know what I'm saying, that business or whatever, you know, trying to, you know, get out that jam or whatever. So, but 12 pull up. So in my head, I'm thinking, alright, maybe somebody did call the police on my roommate and this girl last night, and maybe they here looking for my roommate type shit. So that's what was going through my head of why, you know, the police pulled up to the leasing office and shit. Cause so police pull up, and in fact, yeah, somebody did call the police, but I don't know why they came that morning later. I don't like I don't know. So they just came to the management office, you know, for a complaint. I guess somebody filed a complaint type shit. They went to the leasing office, and then they just asked for like the tenants of, you know, of our apartment and apartment number and stuff. So, you know, the management be like, they had to give them our name and stuff. So, right. So, the management people, they get the police our names and stuff, because we the two tenants and stuff, you know. So, and and they asked for they was looking for my roommate. So they like, yeah, where's your roommate and stuff. Mind y'all, I ain't telling them nothing. I ain't telling the police nothing. Like, I ain't telling them that they was fighting, and I ain't telling them shit. I ain't telling them my roommate information. I ain't telling them nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't no rat out here. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. So I ain't telling them nothing. So so they like, yeah, where's your roommate? So I'm like, I don't even know where he at. Like, you know, and I think he went to work or something after that morning or afternoon, later that afternoon, some shit. I just know he wasn't at the crib. And, like, to be honest, I really don't know where the fuck he was after I left that bitch. I ain't gonna lie. So I'm just like, yeah, I don't know where he at. Like, shit. So, so the management people, they giving, you know, all our information and shit. Like, they giving them our phone numbers and all type of shit. So, so once they get the police, they give them my information and shit. So, you know, I'm just, you know, while they giving them my information, I'm thinking I'm good and shit. So, I tell them my name and shit, and last four of my social and shit like that. Like, you feel me? Next thing you know, they up and tell my ass, turn around. Damn, turn around. Oh, what the hell? Turn around. I'm thinking they finna search me for some weed or some shit. Like, they like, turn around. I looked at Buddy ass, and I mind y'all, it's like 3 of they ass too. Like, I'm like, damn, what the fuck? What the fuck it take three of y'all to lock one motherfucker? I'm talking about all 3 of they ass get out the car. And like they all white too. So all 3 of they ass get out the car just to ask some questions. Like damn, it didn't take all 3 of y'all to, like, y'all had intentions on locking me up though. Like, why the fuck it take all 3? Like, shit, I wanna go jump out my body. I wanna go, just like, y'all was here to get me, shit. So long story short, I just basically had a warrant out for my arrest type shit. And from the previous year, 2016. So, but I ain't know shit about it. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I blame my roommate because, like, he used to throw a lot of parties, like, at our old apartment and stuff. And, like, we used to get, like, a lot of tickets and stuff. And, like, he'll put the tickets in my name type shit on some petty shit. And I ain't find that out till, like, until I did get arrested because, so I got arrested. You know, they scheduled me a little court date and shit. And then I had went to court and found out, like, I had, like, 3 tickets and shit in my name. I'm like, gee, what the fuck? What the hell? How the fuck I got tickets? Like, what the fuck? And mind y'all, like, every party that we had, like, and the police came or whatever to, like, shut the party down and shit, like, we never, like, opened the door. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you never supposed to open the door, you know, for the police. Like, so come to find out, I got, like, 3 other tickets and shit for, like, different dates and shit. I'm like, gee, what the fuck? For, like, party, like, and what's crazy is for the ticket that I got a warrant for, like, it was for a disorderly house, and which mean, like, loud music and all that other bullshit. And so I guess broke through a party, but I wasn't even there. Like, the date didn't, like, it was like April something 2016. Like, I know exactly where I was. Like, I was at another party at my school. I remember because I came home and, like, after the party I came home and, like, he wasn't there, and, like, the lights and shit was on, and, like, the crib was fucked up and shit. It was like liquor bottles and shit all over the floor. I'm like, gee, what the fuck? And I'm like, gee, where the fuck my roommate at? Because I know he didn't go to the party and shit. Like, I'm like, gee, what the fuck? So I'm like, yeah, he threw a party. Like, and I ain't know for sure, but it just looked like, because the crib was fucked up, so it just looked like it was people at my crib type shit. So whole time I was right, because, like, the next day, you know, some of my friends and told me, like, yeah, we threw a party or whatever. Did you know you threw it? I'm like, yeah, I figured, the whole time, but I ain't know, like, the police came and shut that bitch down. I was at a whole nother party, G. Like, I ain't know shit about, like, man, I ain't know nothing about that. So that same party, when the police came, he put that ticket in my name and didn't say shit. Like, I had to find out a year later. Like, I'm talking about a year later. Like, so apparently I had a court date that I missed but it was really supposed to be his ticket. Like, what the fuck, bro? Like, that shit was petty as hell. Like, and so, yeah, I got arrested, so they took me to jail and shit. And so back to the story on my B-Day. So when I got arrested or whatever, so, you know, they take me to the car or whatever. So I'm asking questions. I'm like, yeah, gee, what the fuck going on? Like, I'm like, why am I getting arrested? So mad y'all, you know what I'm saying? It's my first time getting arrested, so I ain't know what the fuck to expect. You know what I'm saying? I'm damn near paranoid as hell. So I'm asking hella questions, and, like, none of they not answering my question that I'm asking. So, and I'm asking polite as hell, like, they still not answering my ass. I'm like, gee, why the fuck am I like? So, but they ain't tell me. That I had a warrant for my arrest until they took me to the station or whatever. Like, I ain't even know what that shit meant, to be honest. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. Like, I'm just like, what the fuck do that mean? Like, I never been to jail. I never had altercations with police. Like, that was my first time, and like, it wasn't even my fault. Like, so they explained it, you know what I'm saying, like, once I got there, like, how shit go and shit, so, but, once I got there, first thing, like, they had me stripped and shit. I'm like, gee, what the hell? They like, take off everything. Take off your shoes, your shirt, your pants, socks, earrings, jewelry. And I'm like, gee, what the hell? Fuck, I'm in. Fuck is this? Fuck, I'm a stripper? Like, damn. They're like, yeah, take off everything. And this was like for screening and shit, for safety and protection and all that goof ass shit, like that shit they had you do at the airports and shit. And after that, put back up all my shit, my clothes and shit, and shoes, and took my mug shot and shit. So, mind y'all, like, I ain't like I'm still, you know, scared and paranoid as hell, cause I don't know, like, what the fuck. I ain't know how long I was gonna be in that bitch. Like, I ain't know, like, I'm like, and I'm asking them this, like, still, like, while I'm at the station and shit. So I'm like, yeah, how long, you know, how long, what the fuck, what, like, but they like, we don't know, just, you know. So, long story short, you know, I was just there for like an hour or two type shit. And when I was in the cell, it was me and two more other guys. There was one guy I was familiar with that went to my same school and shit. I used to see him on campus and shit like that. And I knew who he was, he knew who I was. So he like, yeah, what up, bro? What you in here for type shit. So I'm telling bro, I'm like, bro, I don't even know, to be honest. Like, this is my first time, you know what I'm saying, being in jail and shit. Bro, I don't even know. I don't know how long I'm gonna be in this bitch, bro. Like, it's my beat and shit. Like, I'm talking about, like, I'm blue. Like, blue wasn't the word, bro. Like, I couldn't even be blue at the same time, because it's like, damn, bro. Like, I got myself in this situation, bro. Like, it was shit that I, like, could do at that point. Like, so, and then was this other crazy guy, like, that been there for like some years or something, like 3 years. Like, he had a domestic case or some shit, you know. He was telling like, yeah, bro, I had a domestic case. Me and my girl, she pressed charges for domestic battery and all this other shit. So I've been here for about 2 years now. I got court on this date. I'm like, oh damn. So, man, y'all, I'm in a cell with both of these ass, so I'm asking them questions and shit, cause, you know what I'm saying, assuming they know how this shit go, cause they look like hood niggas. So I'm like, man, look, I'm in my head like, man, y'all look like y'all used to being in jail and shit. Let me know how the fuck, like, how long I'm finna be in this bitch, bro. So they like, shit, it depends on what your ass here for. So I tell them like, shit, I just got a warrant out for my arrest. And they like, for what? I'm like, some shit called a disorderly house type shit. So basically loud music, parties type shit. So they like, oh yeah, bro, you good. You'll be out in like 30 minutes. I'm like, bro, what? 30 minutes? I ain't believe it yet. So I'm like 30 minutes. They like, yeah, bro, trust me, you going home today, bro. Like, I'm like, yeah? Yeah? Say less. So once they tell me that shit, that shit lighten my spirits type shit. I'm like, alright, cool, fuck it. Shit, I'm gonna take y'all word. So, but they shit wasn't approximate. They talking about 30 minutes and shit. Whole times in there for like an hour. So, you know, I'm just still waiting. Like, so they telling me, they like, yeah. So what they go do is, you know, they go, you know, look you up in the system and shit, see your record and shit, your criminal records and shit type shit. So if your records and shit clean and all this shit, then you good. They go come, you know, send you home, set you up your court date and shit. And, you know, it was right. They did all that shit. The lady came, She said, Renard Johnson, you're free to go. Oh, yeah. It was just the time. The time that they said it didn't match. That shit was like an hour. But I guess it was because, you know, it was a lot of jailmates and shit up in that bitch. Which it was. It was a lot of motherfuckers in that bitch. I'm like, God damn. So, but, yeah, so that's how that shit went. And moral of the story, man, like, I don't care how close y'all are, family, friends, like, don't get a roommate, like, you know what I'm saying, like, moral of the story, like, do not room with toxic people, don't room with friends, I don't care, like, how good of friends y'all are, like, just don't, like, that's the moral of the story, like, do not, like, living alone by yourself is the best thing. Like, that's the best decision I ever, like, made. Like, just living alone. Like, you know, no responsibility, no accountability. Just, you're responsible for yourself. Like, and that's the way it should have been. You know what I'm saying? But, unfortunately, that wasn't the case. You know, with my roommate, so too much responsibility and accountability on the next motherfucker, and you know, so yeah, that's pretty much how it went down. Shit, right. So they set me up with a court date later that year. Like, it was like 3 months after that shit. No. February, March, April, like 2 months. It was like April and shit. So basically, court went smooth. I just basically had to. They just told me, and I went to court. They just told me, yeah, just plead guilty and pay $150. Alright, cool, fuck it. And you know, they dropped the case and shit. So, shit, pleaded that case and gave them their bread. Shit, and I'm glad that I went through, you know what I'm saying, an experience like that, because it taught me a valuable lesson. And now, like, I know, you know, for future references, I know, like, you know what I'm saying, laws and shit, and I know what to expect, you know what I'm saying, next time some shit like that happen, type shit, which I won't let it happen. So it's been 3 years, I ain't had no altercation with no police, nothing, like. So, but yeah, so, yeah, it was my very first time getting arrested. Hope y'all enjoyed the story. Make sure y'all hit the like and subscribe button, and stay tuned for more videos, shorty.